Hello students, welcome to another video on my channel. In this video we are going to do one small derivation, okay, which is usually found in the chapter of magnetism. The derivation is, okay, it's a derivation for torque which is acting on a current carrying loop when it is placed in a uniform magnetic field. You might have done this derivation in the lectures, classroom lectures. Here the formula that comes, the torque equal to mb sine theta. This is going to be the final formula. This we are going to derive. Okay, first of all let's clear some basics points I am discussing. Okay, see, suppose this is a rectangular coil. Okay, it's a rectangular coil. Let's name it as ABCD. It's a simple rectangular coil. Okay, now when you pass the current through this particular coil like this, suppose we are passing current through this coil. Okay, so you might be knowing that when we pass current through the coil, the one of the sides of the coil, one of the faces of the coil behaves as a north pole and the other face behaves like a south pole. Okay, the current produces the magnetic field. Here in this loop current is there, the current give rise to magnetic field. So one side the current looks anti-clockwise and from the other side of this loop the current looks clockwise. Remember, in simple way, the face through which the current looks anti-clockwise, okay, the face through which current looks anti-clockwise, that face works as a north pole, and the face through which the current looks clockwise, that works as a south. This you might have done. Okay, you might be knowing already this thing. So here north and south will be developed. So one is north pole and other is south pole. That means it's a two poles. That means it is a dipole. So current carrying loop works as a dipole. Now every dipole has a dipole moment. Here the direction of the dipole moment is from south to north. This is direction of dipole moment. So current carrying loop, it works as a dipole and it has a dipole moment. Dipole moment of current carrying loop, dipole moment is given by NIA. This you might be knowing, where N is the number of turns in this coil, I is this current running in the coil, and A is the area of the coil. So in short, you remember this way, every current carrying loop, it works as a dipole. So it has a dipole moment given by NIA. Okay, now direction of the dipole moment I told you, south to north, but this direction of M bar, direction of this M bar, it is always perpendicular on the face of the coil. Okay, let's take example that if the coil is like this, let's say this is wait a second, let's suppose if I say this is a coil, let's say this is a coil, so this is a direction of the dipole moment. It is perpendicular on the face of the coil. Okay, so understand this thing. Okay, once this basic is clear, then we can go ahead now. Okay, now let's start with the derivation. Suppose this is a rectangular coil, its name is ABCD. Okay, now this coil, as you can see, it is carrying a current I current is running through this, and now this coil has been placed in a magnetic field like this. Suppose this is a magnetic field. The lines that I am drawing right now, these are the magnetic lines of forces. The magnetic field is B bar. Okay, now suppose the length and breadth of this rectangular coil, the AD side is a length, the AD side I am calling as L, and AB side is a breadth, so that AB side is B. The length of the sides are L and the B. This is B, this is L. Now this derivation I think you have done in the moving coil galvanometer also. If you take the side AD and take the side BC, consider these two sides AD and BC, the force will act on these two sides because these sides are having length L. Suppose if you take, let's consider AD side. If you look at AD side, the length of AD side is L. It is carrying a current I and is placed in a magnetic field B. So it will experience the force BIL. Bill. Okay, actually force is Bill sine theta, but theta is the angle between I and the B, direction of I and the B. Theta will be 90 degree over here. Force ultimately Bill will act on this. To find direction of this force, you need to use Fleming's left hand rule. Okay, this is almost similar thing we have done in the moving coil galvanometer also. You need to use Fleming's left hand rule to find direction of force. Okay, so here if I calculate the direction of the force, okay, so we can easily see that the force that will act on the AD side, that force will be inside the surface, it will be inside the page, and the force acting on the BC side will be outside. Okay, this you can do by using Fleming left hand rule. These forces which are acting on the AD side as well as acting on the BC side, these forces togetherly forms a couple. Okay, and the couple produces a torque, or you can say the ability of the couple to rotate the body, that ability is measured by torque. So now we will calculate torque produced by this couple. Okay, as you know, the torque produced by the couple is given by force. You take any one force into perpendicular distance between two forces. This formula we also discussed during magnetic moving coil galvanometer. So force you put as BIL, and now the problem is here, perpendicular distance between these two forces. If you look at these two forces, these forces are acting on AD side and the BC side. Okay, in fact these forces are perpendicular on the AD side and BC side. So the distance between these two forces can be considered as a B, this small b. Okay, and this L into B, length into breadth, become area, so BIA. Okay, however, if this coil is having n number of turns, let's say this coil is having n number of turns, so this AD side that we have shown, similarly n number of sides will be there like AD. That's why the force acting on the n sides will become n times BIL. Here n will also come. Okay, so this is a formula for torque acting on this coil. Okay, now here if you see this NIA, the NIA is written as dipole moment. You remember, NIA is equal to M, that is dipole moment. So because of that I can write, in place of NIA write on M, torque become MB. But actually everybody knows that torque formula is MB sine theta. So how does this sine theta comes, that I am telling you. Actually, now listen very carefully, otherwise you will get confused with this. See, think in the beginning when this coil has been taken. Listen, in the beginning when this coil has been taken, the plane of the coil is parallel to the magnetic lines. I repeat, the plane of this coil is parallel to magnetic lines. Okay, in that case this is a formula for torque, we derived it. This torque is acting. Because of this torque, the coil starts rotation. See, this is the axis of rotation, and around this axis the torque is acting, so the coil begins to rotate. Actually what happens, as the coil starts rotating now, the perpendicular distance between two forces, this thing, perpendicular distance between these two forces, which you took as B, this perpendicular distance does not remain same. Okay, so to understand it, you do one thing, I am just drawing another diagram. Okay, note down all these things. Now I am drawing another diagram, see to it. Okay, now suppose if we take this particular diagram, and if we look at this coil from the top side, if you're looking at this coil from the top side, when you look from the top side, you will be only able to see the AB side, correct? So that diagram I have shown here, this is a top view of the coil and we are able to see the AB. Now this is AB, and the forces which are acting on the AD side and the BC side, forces are acting on the AD side and the BC side, that forces I can show this way. See, these are the forces acting on AD side and the BC side. Okay, see these forces. Now the problem is, if I calculate the distance between these two forces, the distance is equal to AB, it's B. Okay, and one last thing, suppose if I draw the dipole moment, since you know on the coil, if suppose this is a coil, on the coil dipole moment is perpendicular like this. Okay, so similarly in this case this will be the dipole moment. See, it is perpendicular on the plane of the coil. Here also, if I draw the dipole moment in the third diagram, this will be dipole moment. Okay, now the torque which is acting on this coil, as we proved already, the torque which is acting on this coil, torque is mb. Because of the torque, this coil will start rotating. It will rotate. Okay, once the coil rotates, okay, suppose the coil starts rotating, the coil will take this kind of a shape. Let's say, okay, this will be AB, okay, and this is small b. But what happens, you know, even if the coil rotates, the direction of forces will remain same. This will be forces. Okay, and again I am drawing direction of dipole moment. Let's say this is direction of dipole moment. Okay, now suppose the angle between the m bar and b bar, the angle between m bar and b bar, that angle is here theta. See here, this theta is the angle between m vector and the b vector. Between m and b, this theta angle is there. Now actually what happens, because of the torque mb, the coil rotates and the coil comes in this position. Now what happens, the perpendicular distance between these two forces, earlier we said that perpendicular distance between two forces is this small b. This perpendicular distance between two forces decreases. Now the perpendicular distance between the two forces decreases. How? Look at this diagram, A, B and C. Now I can say the perpendicular distance between the two forces in this position, perpendicular distance between two forces is CB. It is CB. CB is a perpendicular distance between the two forces. Now this theta angle that I have shown over here, okay, we can prove it by simple geometry that same theta angle comes here also. Same theta comes here also. Okay, now in this triangle ABC, if you apply the sine theta, the sine theta will be CB upon AB. So we got the CB. CB is AB times sine theta. And how much is the AB? AB is equal to small b. So this is a value of CB that I got. Okay, this is a value of CB. Now we want to find torque. Okay, so let's calculate torque now. Here is a formula. Torque which is produced by the coupled forces is equal to one of the force into perpendicular distance between two forces. Okay, so initially when this position was there, initially as we proved torque equal to mb, but now we want to calculate the value of torque when it is slightly tilted. In this position we want to calculate the torque in this position. Okay, now here force that is acting on this, that force is still BIL only, it's BIL, force is BIL, but the perpendicular distance between two forces, this perpendicular distance is CB, which is B sine theta. So here I will add on B sine theta. Okay, here breadth into length, this length into breadth will become area. So it's BIA sine theta. For n number of turns you please multiply n. This n into I into a, NIA become m. So we are getting finally formula torque equal to mb sine theta. This formula we are getting, where theta is the angle that is shown in this diagram. Theta is the angle like this. It's the angle between m vector and the direction of the b vector. Okay, you can see clearly this is the direction of the b vector, right? So theta is the angle between m vector and b vector. Okay, now here this we completed the derivation. Here sometime questions are asked, MCQs are asked in little bit twisted manner. Sometime what happens, the angle theta which is given in the question, that angle is not given, that angle which is given in the question, it is not the angle between m bar and the b bar. Sometimes they give the angle between m bar and b bar, they do not give. Okay, in that case what we need to do, just I am giving one simple example for that. See to it. Okay, see to it. Now suppose let's go with this. Suppose, see this diagram, it's a AB is a coil. If suppose in the question, if they say that theta is the angle between, if the question says that theta is the angle between B vector and not the M vector, it's the angle between B vector and the plane of coil. If suppose question says that this is theta, theta is the angle between B vector and the plane of the coil. So see the diagram. In this diagram, see this angle will be then theta. Okay, earlier in the previous diagram I took the theta angle between M and B, but now theta is the angle between B vector and the plane of the coil. This is B vector and the plane of the coil is AB. Look at AB. AB is a plane of the coil. This theta is there. Now we can prove simply that same theta will repeat here also. This will also be theta. Now the perpendicular distance between these two forces, the perpendicular distance between these two forces, as you can see that perpendicular distance was CB. Now here if you want to calculate the CB, you need to apply cos theta. If you apply cos theta, okay, apply cos theta in the triangle, cos theta will be CB upon AB. So CB will be AB times cos theta. Now how much is AB? AB is equal to small b. So now CB is coming b times cos theta. Okay, this, remember, this CB is a perpendicular distance between the two forces. So here in this derivation, the perpendicular distance between two forces, you took b sin theta, but now it will be b cos theta. And think, if I put here as a b cos theta, the final formula for the torque will come mb cos theta. Okay, if I put here cos theta, at the end also cos theta will come. So here students often get confused that when to use mb cos, when to use mb sin. It is extremely simple. Remember, if you are taking theta as the angle between m vector and b vector, if theta is the angle between m and b vector, then mb sin theta is very much correct. Okay, that torque equal to mb sin theta. This can also be written as this one, torque vector equal m vector cross b vector. You can also write this way. Okay, but if suppose if you define theta as the angle between b vector and the plane of the coil, then the formula changes. Then it will be mb cos theta. So I hope all these doubts are clear and this derivation is clear with you. If any doubts are there, do mention it in the comment section. Bye bye. Take care.